So the all-white town of Arkansas has failed. Oh, we found a fork in the kitchen. Like, we already knew this was going to happen. They didn't want to move there. They just wanted people to be mad about them moving there. And I was hoping it worked out. I was hoping the whole thing worked out for them so they could all move there. Listen, when they said, hey, let's play some music for you guys, and had to play the banjo, when they said, hey, let's have some food, and it looked like they were eating stale bread, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of Caucasians in America love the idea of separating themselves, but they don't love the actual result of it. They don't realize that the wealth that was built and generated within white America was not through their own fruition, but on the backs and through the blood of other groups of people, Native Americans, Black Americans, and XYZ, everything in between. The agriculture built on the backs of natives, Latinos, and Black people. The infrastructure also built by free labor and or cheap labor. There are grants and money received given by the government, the true handout kings. And they don't actually realize every single place that has been all white in history, they don't really realize the fact that it has been destroyed also by them. Before they found other people to oppress and attack, to be honest, all Europeans used to do was just attack each other and be nasty and vile to each other.
Whites decided that they were going to build an all-white town, and it failed. Of course it did, because what are you going to use in your all-white town that wasn't made by a Black person? I just want to know what invention you plan on using in your all-white town that is not part of modern day technology. You can't even have a stoplight.
So here is the deal. A group of people tried to build a little town where only white folks could live. Here, in 2025, people are still trying to bring segregations back. They thought it could be some kind of safe heaven for them, but instead, the whole thing fell apart. Why? Because racism is not only hateful, it's also a really bad business model. Think about it. They cut themselves off from universities, from new ideas, from corporations with other people. They wanted to live in a bubble where everyone looks like the same, thinks the same, but it's not how communities grow. Real communities survive on connections, on trades, on culture, on the mixing of people. A white only town is basically designed to fall. And let's be honest here, this wasn't about community values. This was about fear. Fear of change, fear of differences, fear of sharing space with people who don't look like them. But fear can't build a future. It can just build walls, and walls crumbled. What this shows us is that segregation isn't just immoral, it's impractical. It doesn't work in the modern world. People are more connected than ever. We share culture, food, music, ideas. So trying to run away from that is like trying to stop the internet with your bare hands. Plus, it's dangerous. Segregation is the root of violence and division. It tells people that some lives matters more than others. And history has shown us where that road leads. Jim Crown's law, lynchings, hate crimes, we can't go back to that.
Man, I'm pissed. Y'all remember the all-white town in Arkansas? They was making a big fuss about it. All the white people were supposed to move there. They wanted all the white people to move there and build their own community, right? Get away from all of us. Just pure Caucasians everywhere. Nothing but Taylor Swift and John Mayer playing. Campfires. Unseasoned meat everywhere. And me and my dog bet the over under. I said they gonna make it at least a year before, cause they can stick together for a year, right? My dog said bet 100. They're not gonna last long. They can't be by themselves for that long. They couldn't even stand their own culture. And guess what? They didn't have nobody to blame but themselves. Nothing but mayonnaise everywhere. And they couldn't even make it. They thought we was gonna be mad. I wasn't mad, man. I thought it was gonna be a hit. I thought it was gonna be a hit. Imagine they Thanksgiving. Oh, you already know. They putting raisins all in the potato salad. Oh, that was gonna be a good one. They was gonna be playing Elvis, doing the little twisty shit, you know what I'm saying? The little hip twist done. Oh man, come on, man. Y'all was supposed to make it. I was betting on y'all, man.
I don't know why I see people like celebrating that old white town in Arkansas failed. Like, apparently, like, they were going to have a farm and then sell their products to, I guess, local markets and whatever, which is weird because then you'll be trying to sell white only products to who? Because the non-racist white people are gonna look at y'all like, bitch, I'm not buying from you. And I hope you don't think any Black, Latino, Asian, indigenous people are going to buy from you. But apparently that failed because the farming industry right now is flopping because of, you know, the lack of workers. So they're packing up and going to, I think they said Missouri or something like that. I hope they're trying to have a different game plan because the farming industry in general is having a tough time. A lot of bankruptcies is like about to roll out. But yeah, y'all celebrating it like, and I'm mad. Like, I wanted y'all to have what y'all wanted so bad. Like, I wanted y'all to have the same amounts of rights that reservations have with the government and police and everything like that. We wanted y'all to have as much rights as them. You know, if people go missing from your little town, oh well, good luck finding them because the police ain't gonna do it. Government don't care. I wanted y'all little exclusive town. Keep y'all asses over there, you know? Thug it out between yourselves and let's see how really good at y'all are at creating a town that's for y'all by y'all. Also without using any type of equipments that were created by any minority. Like, thug it out, y'all. I wanted them to really thug it out. See if their town was gonna be as civilized as possible. Without, you know, becoming a cult and, you know, grooming and all that stuff that goes with it. I really want y'all to work out. I hope y'all do. Like, I really want it to work out. Like, I'm looking forward to the documentary. You know, true crime. I hope Missouri works out for y'all. Like, I'm so serious. Like, me personally, I like my racist. Like, I know where y'all at. Ain't no fake liberal bullshit. Like, I really like y'all like that. Like, I'm happy for y'all. I hope your plan succeeds. And I'm so serious. Like, I can't wait for the Netflix documentary.
Like, they're gonna notice that it's failing whenever Becky's trying to make burrito tacos. Them folks ain't even make it 2 months without there being talks of them actually failing as a community, bro. I feel like Paul Atreides, Blizan Eve type shit. Oh, that shit is nuts, bro. And I haven't seen anything that like concretely says it has failed. You know what I mean? But I can infer what they're going through. Because if you look at how the farmers in Arkansas are dealing with the Trump administration, the Trump regime, you know, them farmers are struggling, and I'm assuming that them folks down there are struggling even more than the farmers. You know, because it's really funny, bruh. It's really funny because I had a whole bunch of white folks in my comments talking about we don't need y'all, we don't need colors, we don't need the blacks, you know. When it's obvious that you do, you know, like a lot of the labor and a lot of the materials that y'all need in order to survive come from color folks, come from people of color. You know what I mean? So I'm just do a little victory lap type shit, you know. But I was right, goddammit.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
The Arkansas Department of Education seriously just looked at struggling, working parents and said, you know what y'all need? Less support, less help. And you know what? I think we're going to do it really fast so you have no time to prepare. No, seriously. I was over here minding my own business. I have been moving across the state, was taking a little break from TikTok because I have a lot of stuff to take care of and still do my job. And then I saw this mess. And I want to make sure you understand what the underlying cause of this really is, okay? And in Arkansas, we now have 2 kinds of voucher programs. And it seems like one is getting cut to pay for the other. Of course, you're probably familiar with the LEARNS Act vouchers, which allows a whole lot of our tax money to be funneled into unregulated private schools to benefit some of the wealthiest people in our state. And make no mistake, the funding for that program, safe, okay? Because Sarah told us that they were opening it up to Universal this year and they were going to find the money to make sure they could pay for it. Remember that? Okay. Well, then they came out last week and said, beginning October 1st, we are cutting funding, we're cutting reimbursement rates for childcare facilities that take vouchers, a different voucher program that is used to help kids who are too young for school and whose parents work but don't make a lot of money, to help them pay for childcare because, right, childcare is crazy expensive. And so the answer is we'll cut that funding. We'll reduce that funding. And we'll make parents who are already struggling to get by, already struggling to afford the rising cost of groceries and utilities and housing, we're going to add some copays on for their child care. And make no mistake, what this means is not just that less children will have preschool education, will have quality daycare. It means that parents who can't afford a copay will leave the workforce. It means that the educators who work in these childcare centers, who are helping raise up our next generation, they'll lose their jobs. People will be laid off. It means that small businesses will close. But that is the priority of this administration. Make sure that you have plenty of money for the program that doesn't have any income limits, that allows wealthy people to cut a cut to their tuition. But when you have to figure out how to pay for it, screw those poor working parents. Those kids don't matter anyway, right? And I mean, this is so on brand. They're just taking a note out of the federal playbook, right? We're seeing the exact same thing happen with cuts to VOCA funding, the Victim of Crimes Act funding. Those programs are getting cut at the federal level, and the state is doing nothing to make up that funding. And because of it, kids who are in the justice system and who have like a court-appointed special advocate through CASA, they're going to lose out. Victims of domestic violence who need to be in a shelter are going to lose out. Our most vulnerable people pay this price. You voted for Sarah Huckabee Sanders or one of her minions. You voted for this. You voted for these cuts. Vote accordingly next time.
So yeah, the so-called white-only Arkansas town failed. And honestly, that's a good thing because America doesn't need little pockets of hate. What we need is more unity, more inclusion, more justice. The fact that this project collapsed is proof that people aren't buying into segregation anymore. The future belongs to diversities, not division. And the sooner we accept that, the better for all of us. Thanks for watching, folks. If you are tired of racism being repackaged in 2025, hit that like button, share this video, and let's keep fighting for a future where everyone belongs.